And it is Nicholas Thumm, it is Flushy who remains the shortest stack at the table with 29 big blinds.
That you did. I liked your technique. I'm going to try it.
Aditya has a question that only Griffin can answer. Why such bad raises?
Are you talking about your own parents?
Wow. The sickest of burns. And it's not even lunchtime. Adrien Matos opening with ace-king. Flushy with 6-5 off in the hijack.
What is he trying to be here with the hand on the shoulder? Antonio Esfandiari?
Queens for Francisco Benitez. Prepare yourselves, ladies and gentlemen. We're about to see the sickest and classicest of all races. Benitez, 3 bets. Re-raises to 250,000. Round to the blinds. Nasreddine will fold tray deuce. What will Wenzelburger wake up with in the big blind?
Now hold on a minute.
Yeah, that's the Jordan hand.
Okay.
Wenzelburger lets his hand go. So action back on Matos.
Two legends of the game,
Yeah.
one online more primarily and one live. Sort of a clash of the two fields of tournament poker.
10 seconds.
Tens of millions of dollars between them in cashes, and there it goes.
Yeah, Adrien Matos shoves on Benitez, who calls all in, and let's flip that coin.
Good luck.
Oh, big, almost deep breath from Benitez.
Like hard work
Came out with a cough at the end.
versus luck. One of these two things has a slight mathematical advantage.
Just a massive inflection point of this tournament here. Whoever wins this, I mean, they're going to do so much with these chips.
Well, Benitez is officially at risk, is the marginal favorite right now. The flop has a king on it and an ace. Top 2 for Matos, and Benitez drawing to 2 outs.
You just can't compete with that.
I mean, he does just feel like a man of destiny, Adrien Matos. Just 2 pair.
Francisco Benitez needs to spike a queen on the river, or he is out in 14th place.
So much promise. You just get that big cooler. You can't help but shake your head. It's the nature of the beast. Is there a lady out there?
No, there is not. And the player known online as Tamati busts in 14th place, gets 48,800 euros. And Adrien Matos becomes a monster stack. Matos is raised with 10-9. It's been folded to the blinds. And Wenzelburger defends with King 4.
Interesting body language here, James.
Yeah, that was a classic. I don't have a very good hand, but I'll see a flop.
Yeah, I think he couldn't have said it any clearer if he just said the words there, but knows he has to do it. That's kind of the vibe. He calls, and it comes king, queen, queen. Matos, a great texture to put in a little c-bet if he wants to.
However, Wenzelburger, having paired his king, will not be going anywhere.
That's about right.
Oh, I figured we'd see a call here, but that's a check raise.
Oh, I don't know about this, James. I mean, sure, you have the best hand. Sure. I just feel like the kind of hand you get action from here usually isn't one you want to see. I would argue the check raise here is so unusual that we see Matos call quite often, which he does. And yeah, I mean, as far as turns go, that's...
Fancy.
It's not fair. You cannot have a player of Mateos's pedigree, of Mateos's talent running this good. I mean, at least give the others a chance.
Oh, man, he drilled that turn so hard, even Hayden was rolling out here. It was so funny.
Matos bets 250,000. How you feeling about check raising the flop now?
That's the...
At least he doesn't do a double check raise, okay? Things
yeah.
could be worse.
Yeah, I think there are better hands to check raise this flop with. Huh.
Double paired board. Well, this is going to go check, check. And Matos is going to take it down.
Wow.
Wenzelburger now pretty much tied with Geddes as far as chip stacks are concerned. And Matos not far behind them. All of them bunched up around the 4.5 million mark. And still an hour to play at the 25K, 50K blind level.
That average stack just so deep right now, James. We can have these exchanges. You know, it's so rare that at this stage in the tournament, you can even have these big swings and still be in contention and have a reasonable stack.
Okay, solid hand for Nicholas Thumm. Jack 10 of hearts. Starts with 15 bigs. He's raising. No, he's limping. It's the Gibbons, the under the gun limp.
Limping is pimping, James. You need to figure this out. You need to learn this in the community.
Not a big fan of that word and don't like using it.
What, limp?
The other one.
Off we go.
Wenzelburger. What's he doing?
Wait, what?
Okay, he's going to min raise with 10 deuce. I'm marginally confused. I think Adrien Matos is confused as well. He's got 10-9 in the big.
Oh my God, please shove, Flushy. Please shove.
Just calls. Does have the best of the 3 10s in play here.
2 patches and 1 non-patch.
King 6-3, and that means Jack High is still the best hand.
Wenzelburger with the betting lead here, of course, though. That's important. Doesn't have to bet big. What?
Doesn't have to bet at all.
I don't understand.
Doesn't feel like it. Okay, Flushy now has the flush draw to go with the best hand. And now it's Matos who's betting, leading for 125,000. I think if you put this hand into a solver, it might break it.
It just doesn't exist. This is not a node that has ever existed in poker.
Hold on a second. We go to the river, which is the Queen of Hearts, and Flushy gets there. I thought Wenzelburger was going to raise the turn.
I mean, look, if you're going to get a little weird with the 10 deuce, fair play, let's go. But you need to find the continuation here, bro. And it would have worked, too. Matos is going to bet 315,000. Scrap that. 355.
You had your guess. Don't take it back.
Okay, sorry.
$235K.
These guys are trying to put me out of the job, James. I can't stand it.
Do you want a tip, Nick?
Yeah.
Just sit here, wait for them to do something, and then say what they've done and explain
No,
it.
no. I like to live life dangerously. I'm invested.
Wait, play some time bank cards, make it look good, shove river, win the pot.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, James.
Counts out the call,
All in.
and then moves all in. And a quick fold from Matos. So that will see Nicholas Thumm chip up to nearly 30 big blinds. That was an important hand for him. And queen deuce for Nicholas Thumm in the big blind. He defends. And that means we go to the flop. And it's all spades, 10, 5, 9, 5. That is the flush for Flushy. However, Wenzelburger has a redraw to the nut flush, also has a pair of nines.
I'm really interested to see how Flushy approaches this, James. You've got such a strong hand. More often than not, your opponent's going to be drawing almost dead most of the time. Wenzelburger probably finds a continue.
100,000.
Question is, does he fast play it? I feel like calling here is very reasonable. The biggest issue with slow playing these hands, James, if it comes a spade, it's an action killer, and you don't get any more from the 10x, the 9x, the straight draws, the over pairs.
Seat 1 raised 375,000.
So we have seen a check raise from Flushy. 375,000. Wenzelburger shoves on him.
And a call, of course.
Okay, so Flushy is set for a double up here. However, he does not want to see any more spades.
Call.
Oh, he hadn't called yet. I thought he would snap call in this spot.
He was just double checking.
Another spade will give Wenzelburger the ace-high flush.
1, 2, 3, 4, 6 out, 6, 12, 24%. 30% on the screen. That includes the boat outs, of course, James.
$2.8 million in the middle.
You're also not.
But crucially, this is a hand that Nicholas Thumm needs to win to survive. Safe turn for him.
How much do you have?
Like 1 million and something. Million
Don't count it till the hand's over.
Viel Glück, Flushy.
Richard Robinson and Mason Pye watching from the rail.
The Richard Robinson.
It's a safe river card as well. That is the double up for Nicholas Thumm. The qualifier now playing more than 50 big blinds.
It would be pretty tempting, right, to see a much wider range in the small blind if you know that the big blind is
Of course.
never going to aggress you.
Of course. I think you just want some suited properties.
Yeah, and also you have ultimate non-position, and also the big blind was going to come in as well, which is not, most of the time if she's calling 9-4 suited, she's calling a lot of hands.
And if monotone boards have been real hot lately,
Sure.
you could flop a flush draw with that ace,
Yeah.
no problem.
Yeah. Here we go. Tomb Raider.
Nice one. There you go.
I got it
Oh
for
my
you.
God!
And it's a video
card.
game.
Jeez, what is happening?
There isn't even a novelist.
Listen,
Oh, there is a
the
novelization,
only
but-
computer
It was right there the whole time.
the only computer games I approve of are ones that star Angelina Jolie.
Well, actually, the movie started Angelina Jolie. The actual game was voice actress.
Tell me about Rania Nasreddine out of America. What do we know? Is she?
Oh, he knows all about
she's
her.
She is a, I would say, borderline recreational player. She plays a lot. She's from the Tulsa area. Plays a lot of those run good events that you
Love
may
that.
see spouting off about, and has a big contingent of fans
Oh,
out
cool.
of the USA. So
Go on, Wenzelburger.
C6 check.
Huge flop for the big burger in the big blind.
So another thing about the way that Wenzelburger has been playing, a lot of his hands, a lot of top pairs, check raises, some mid-pair check raises. So I don't think there's any version of this hand where Wenzelburger just calls.
Oh, really?
And how Matos is going to react with like the 2 overs and the spade.
Yeah.
And the sizing's always been small. Oh, we have a call finally.
Yeah, this is a big sizing board, and it makes sense. Again, trying to attack king tens, king jacks, and such like.
Six check.
Yeah, and Mateus now, no diamond in hand to get sort of auto folds from. I mean, look at this. He's immediately reaching for chips. I would like to give a bit more consideration, but this sort of matches up with jacks and tens and hands which go big, flop and turn.
Yeah, and the trap for Matheus, which could be really disastrous as he makes a very large bet here on the turn, is if the river is, say, a big spade, like a king or a queen of spades when he has the jack of spades blocker.
Yeah, Wenzelburger, we shall see. So, deciding whether to just call or to end things. Now, does make the call. Big river incoming because, wow, jack or 10 would be huge for Mateus.
this pot already huge.
Very huge. Just pot remaining, and wow. This is the kind of card
Yes.
that Adrien Matheus.
Oh no, Wenzelburger checks.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, and Adrien.
Sorry, not that that's a mistake. It's just,
Yeah, and Adrien just gonna have a sense that there's some nut flush draws, right? Some ace-4 of spades, some 9x of spades, and just some weak nines. 9-8.
Yeah.
Can 8-9 make a call on this river? Does his opponent get here with 5-6? What properties does he want? I guess really we don't want a spade, ideally, although ace-jack of spades is, there's not so many combinations.
And look how composed
Yeah.
he is.
There's 1.85 in the middle. Very natural pot. Can he shove queens himself if he reaches the spot with? What are his value combos? Yeah, and he's going for it. Oh, my days.
Of course.
Oh, my days. Adrien Matheus all in and at risk here with just jack high. And Wenzelburger with such a strong flop hand, the top pair and the back of a flush draw. Now with a bare bluff catcher. Obviously, the kicker now doesn't play. It's 9s and 3s with the king. He would chop with queen 9 or something like that. But really, Matheus representing a stronger hand than a 9. And aces, a 3-4. I mean, maybe that takes a different approach on the flop. And Wenzelburger here up against one of the best. This is a very tough spot. I mean, he's enjoying the moment, which is lovely to see.
Yeah.
Because this is dream stuff, being up against the best.
This is someone that I guess gets a lot of pleasure out of pain
I
because
call.
this. What?
And C6 call.
Oh, and
He
this
calls.
defeated look on Matheus'
Wenzelburger,
Turn it over.
Hero Burger,
face. He said it's like he almost expected to be.
takes down Adrien Matheus.
But I won't survive this.
Matos left with a big blind after the hero call from Wenzelburger with just a pair of nines.
Get up.
What a moment. We may have a new Phil in poker.
Get up, Neo. Get up.
Phil Wenzelburger.
Button or see the button?
David beats Goliath.
No.
Wow, and you saw
Yeah,
the
that's real
life
pain.
leave his body.
Adrien
Third call.
Matos.
I mean, this is the thing in poker. One man's emotion. Wenzelburger, giddy, and rightly so, and making an amazing call here, deep in a huge EPT with $1 million on the line against one of the best in the world. And Adrien, you know, no matter his achievements, you could see the desire here to make history. And now down to a solitary big blind. Yeah, and Wenzelburger not really getting it quietly.
Yeah.
He's taking a lap of honor.
There's this is pure energy release, though, I think, from Wenzelburger.
Of course, of course.
And all the time,
Look at
my
that.
cousin is watching.
Matos all in,
And
5-2 suited.
afterwards He's telling me what I did wrong. Or
All right, okay. Okay.
103 big
Today,
blinds now
I
for
wasn't-
Wenzelburger, by the way.
Pocket sevens for Van Luijk. Matos will be getting looped up.
For 1 hour. Yesterday,
Maybe a little protection coming from
down
Van
there
Luijk.
in the dark.
Yeah, and I do feel for the great man.
25,000.
I mean, this is touching different distance. 11 left out of 1,200 to run so deep in a tournament that you've won before.
Rania, you want to show us those cards? Want to put those cards in the box?
Yeah,
Want
and
to give
this
us a little
is
peek?
a little bit of agony as Matos waits
Yeah.
to see his fate. Wenzelburger will be taking his hand off, I guarantee it, unless he's got a very strong holding.
125.
Wenzelburger.
Finish him.
With,
Oh, he is. He's involved.
he said call. He's got the chips now.
And 7 fold.
All right, so
Triple him up.
Matos is going to have the opportunity to, I don't know, quintuple up probably, more than that.
Yeah.
No, exactly.
Look at that. I mean, pure emotion.
Give him a sweat. Ace 4-5.
Yeah, I would love to see Adrien stick around. I mean, we got to also respect the heart there. It didn't work. Yeah, that's not great.
Not
for my
great
goodness.
for Mateus.
Really,
Ace,
I
Jack,
was-
6,
I can see
spade,
it, sorry.
spade, spade. A little apology
exciting
coming
for me.
from
Wenzelburger giving away that he perhaps hasn't got.
Not very nice.
I know we're still in mourning over our fallen hero, but you know this
Check.
this situation is just
It's on you, buddy.
It's just such an incredible example of how special poker can be.
Yeah,
I
of
mean, you
course.
know, you don't get Roger Federer to get to play someone like, you know.
turn it.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
There we
Turns,
go.
turns a gut shot.
So it's just always crazy to see when this you know, the top pro gets taken out by the, you know.
Unfortunately, no tray ball for Mateus.
Yeah, Matos has actually got the nut low, which is kind of unfortunate.
Yeah, it's
feeling.
almost impressive.
Good game.
Yeah, and he let's just, I mean, you wouldn't expect
Was
anything
really
less of a
honor.
top pro.
Just a moment of
But-
silence here, maybe.
Love my big blind.
You love my big blind. Love that. Love a little bit of snark. A
Run
little bit of
good.
snark.
bit of gamesmanship as we go to the flop.
Run good Rania defending 9-8 offsuit, pairs the 8, Jack 5 off, whiffs completely, does have the pre-flop betting lead and position.
Yeah.
Nasreddine checks.
Yeah, of course, it's an above average flop for the 9-8 with the diamond to sort of back up that second pair. Of course, Gueda's going to be opening a lot of ace-X. I mean, we saw him open ace-deuce off, admittedly from a position later. So, you know, can't get overexcited about it.
Slovenia. Oh, and Belarus is here too. What a party.
Not sure what that's in
I think a
reference to.
new player coming. I think.
Okay.
Belarusian.
Queen of Hearts on the turn after the 90K C-bet gets called.
I check.
Nasreddine checks a second time.
Yeah, and another good card for the Razor. You know, they're going to have the ace-queens, the pocket queens, and such like. Ace-king remains very, very strong on this board.
Get us looking at. Loading up for a second barrel.
Yeah, and this makes some sense. Just a very polarizing spot. And goes for 325. It's quite hard to continue here. And she will.
So, okay, there's something happening here, I just want to say. The phenomenon, which I've never understood, of feeling like someone's coming after your big blind. Because I've never felt it in my entire career, but it's a thing sometimes you see people. And this is, she made it very clear that, like, you're done raising me on this board, and now I'm pre-flop, and I'm calling you down.
Yeah, and the two flush draws missing. So there's a whole host of Queen Jack of Diamonds, 8x of Diamonds, 4x of Hearts, which you can potentially.
Whoa!
Sit 5 bet, 450,000.
And Rania has decided to lead now on this river for 450.
Well, this is inexplicable.
Blockers aren't real, but blocker bets are.
And this is very strange eventuality. And Geddes doesn't immediately release. I mean, this just isn't a thing in sort of theory land,
Yeah.
but with Jack 5 high, I mean, surely, wow.
And it is worth mentioning the 5 in Geddes' hand, right? A little bit for 5-6.
I mean, she doesn't
But
have
she
five-
shouldn't have the 5
fives.
of spades. But yeah. I mean, she could have 5-6 of diamonds here, which of course you don't
I mean,
block.
he's considering
Raising,
bluffing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah, and I'm not saying he's considering
This
anything else,
would
but-
be, I mean, I don't know. Yeah. Wow. Wow.
I do think a person might lead 8-7 here also.
I mean,
But she might lead like an ace as a blocker.
He's dialing in here and thinking, can I put this lady to the test? I mean, I have to admire just even considering it. And would it work? I mean, we've already just seen Mateus
10 seconds.
blaze out trying to. Come on, son.
I'm all in.
Wow. Wow.
Geddes
Oh,
shoves
my days.
over the top of the 450,000
This is hot.
with Jack high.
This is so brave. And wow. This is. And Nasreddine doesn't immediately release.
And now Rania Nasreddine is faced with a similar decision.
10 seconds.
This time it is for her tournament life.
There's so much out there.
Can she hero with just a pair of 8s?
This pot is way too big.
Yeah, and Geddes is trying to get her to fold an ace. He doesn't realize that
This
she is so down in her range in a hand that doesn't really make a lot of sense with the line. So it's crazy that
Yeah, this
she's
is-
even
Considering
thinking
yeah.
about it.
This is just
Amazing.
brute force
Yeah.
coming back over the top on his board.
There's no way, right?
He's
She's
the
not.
raiser. And Nasreddine senses something's up. I mean, I don't know whether it's emotion or whether she's picking up on something.
I think I mean, I can't imagine she's going to call, but she really is. Her spider sense is really tingling. It's just vibrating off her. I mean, I feel like she.
Yeah, this is
who
like
knows?
a
I'm telling you,
brawl.
this
This is like a barroom
yeah,
brawl.
like
she
it's
had
incredible.
no business putting 450 out there, and now
it could win the biggest pot of the tournament. I mean, it's just wow. How is she not released? This is amazing.
yeah, think of all the value combos: ace queen, pocket queens, pocket fours.
Pocket 8s, which you block.
Yeah, I
Like
mean,
it's
but
a
think
missed
about-
flush.
What did she say?
So I should call.
She's noticing the,
Double miss flush.
yeah.
I have no chips.
10 seconds.
which is
How many
ironically.
of these have I
I
used?
mean, he would never use that, but she's seeing the misdraws and imagining King 10 of hearts, Jack 10 of hearts. This isn't
count.
how Geddes would play, and she's considering making what would be one of the
He has me covered.
sickest
Okay.
calls I've ever
In- yeah,
witnessed in EPT history.
in poker
And
history.
This is just amazing moment, and you know, actually, it's not emotion. She's sort of
I'm gonna fold.
Oh, wow.
just as I build it up, just as I build it up.
Did he show? He did.
It does show the bluff. Rania can barely look at it.
What a bluff.
And
What a bluff. Yeah, some credit where credit's due for Johnny Geddes as we approach the end of this level, this very volatile level.
Very volatile.
It is Philip Wenzelburger who is on top with 100 big blinds. Rania Nasreddine is now shortest stack, and after jamming pre-flop with ace-king on the last hand, Nicholas Thumm wakes up with pocket aces.
I mean, this is... Anything could happen. Anything could happen.
Top 5 hand right here.
Well,
It's top 3 for me.
Top 3 for you? Okay.
Sit one raise 150.
Flushy, as they call him.
he used a time bang there. Wow, these guys got too many time bangs.
He did this yesterday.
I don't want
and
Nasreddine to have anything because she's going to get herself in trouble. Don't give her anything. Don't give her 7-8 of diamonds. Don't give her. That's okay.
Oh, it wasn't. By the way, it wasn't Flushy. It was Wolfgang yesterday
Yeah.
who used a time bank card, and
2 time bank cards.
the pro to his left was
Yeah.
just laughing.
It is very clear. Yeah, aces.
Dan Smith was like, "Okay, raise your aces." Nasreddine out. Ace Queen for Wenzelburger, and plenty of chips to get involved with.
And that looks like
That is a re-raise
chips.
incoming,
6-6. Re-raise.
and maybe
130,000.
going all in 2 hands in a row will make Wenzelburger less likely to believe Flushy.
just
Yeah,
the
and-
smallest click. Just
Yeah, and Thumm going to have some real decisions to make here. I mean, if this is just pure value, you want to start putting in more money. But aces do play very well at this sort of stack depth as a flat. And I'm sure, you know, with his experience, will, you know, just be thinking through what he knows about Wenzelburger. Has Wenzelburger been 3-bet folding?
not really. He's been 3-betting for like value. I would just
Oh,
I
is
would
he
make it
giving
like
limit?
750, 800 here,
Sit one re-raise.
Just clicked it back.
and he may just snap call or
1,250,000.
oh no, that's not a thing.
Man, my ace queen would be in the muck so fast here.
Yeah, I mean, this is where also Wenzelburger's got a... He's been running. He's obviously run.
Strong hand.
It's hard to stop riding that wave when you're making hero calls.
Yeah. I've done this before. This is a little big, maybe,
1 million, how much?
from Thumm, given how polarized the 4-bet is.
I mean, it's easier for us to say. In
No,
the,
no,
in
no.
the booth, right?
I've done
like,
it. There's a lot.
yeah,
it's really
just
hard.
like
on
if you just think your
5
opponent
days.
has jacks or queens and they're going to get it in, don't make it a size that they'll call, just ones that they'll shove. It's hard to think he has something like ace queen when you,
Yeah,
when you
I
double
mean,
block.
this is the one hand that is a value 3-bet that Wenzelburger might find himself able to bin here.
20 more.
We've just seen someone 3-bet fold jacks. Oh, no,
He's counted out the call,
Like this?
and the call has been made. 2.6 million in the middle before the flop is dealt.
wow. Wow, dude. I mean,
Oh,
Queen High here would be...
I'm sorry, but Thumm
Very
is a genius.
expensive slot.
Tomb's going to be able to get it all in here so easily.
Oh.
Queen,
No.
Jack, Trey, 2 diamonds.
Front shove coming probably too, by the way. Yeah,
6-6 is
he said it.
Wenzelburger shoves.
I call.
Flushy calls, and Wenzelburger is in big trouble.
Come on, another queen.
Yeah, you're going to need some help, buddy. Nicholas Thumm, the player at risk, but a huge favorite to double up.
This pot is enormous as well.
Adrien
I can hear
Matos,
the
I hope
the
you're not
commentator.
watching this.
I mean, this pot is... And Wenzelburger taking it in good spirits, but this is huge
Now I need
for the
some
outcome of this title.
Tombs Rail, Richie Robb, and Mason Pie.
Wenzel blunder.
1 point.
9 of diamonds on the turn. That is a
1-3 behind.
decent.
One.
Wenzelburger trying to get the prepay in. We know...
What? This one.
I think so, yeah.
Just
Doesn't hurt or help
Both
Wenzelburger.
black queens are live.
2 outs too many.
No queen on the river. Double up for Thumm. That's the last hand of the level. 5.6 million chip pot.
That's the way to go into the break.
And the chip lead during this level changed hands multiple
Strong
times.
hands.
It was held by Geddes. It was held by Nasreddine. It was held by Wenzelburger. And now it is held by Nicholas Thumm. Wenzelburger
Whoa!
with a couple of A's.
I think we might be due for a little ASMR.
I'm a big fan of ASMR.
You know, it's difficult to get aces in a poker tournament, let alone on an EPT final table.
Van Luijk got away from ace-jack last hand pre-flop. I don't think that'll be happening now. They are crunchy. And Van Luijk has got only 10 big blinds to start the hand.
Ace-jack suited might crunch, but my aces bite.
10 seconds.
Van Luijk ships it.
4 folds.
Small blind is out. Pastore in the
Can't
big.
blame him here.
Folds jack 6. Wenzelburger. Usually a tell, doesn't matter in this case. Makes the call. Yes, Maria.
Oh, that's a good hand.
Yeah, just can't blame him for the shove here with ace jack. You know, he's tried to be patient. This spot was unavoidable.
Someone had to go out in 9th place, and it's looking like Van Luijk.
No, you
And
cover.
also, let's be honest.
Yeah, you cover.
Wenzelburger's been opening 9-7 suited off 20 big blinds under
Yeah.
the gun +1 and 2.
So
So this is just
Extra
a
unlucky.
deep cooler. And for drama's sake, I hope Van Luijk gets lucky. At least get some clubs on the
1,
flop.
2 clubs
Going to the club.
for 4
It's never easy.
clubs in total. Van Luijk with a significant chance of surviving now. Victor Lima on YouTube still cheering for 2 jacks. That's the hard way.
Wow.
He plays just normal.
Oh,
bottom.
we love the drama. We live
That's
for the
really
tea
nice.
here.
Van Luijk picks up an
had a lot of fun
additional
with you.
out.
8 outs.
Oh my goodness!
No.
Oh
Thank you.
my
What?
gosh.
Did
No.
I cover him?
What?
No way.
Get out of here!
Hire that man right now.
How old are you?
One water open.
And 28. Too old.
Too young for my sister. Sorry?
I mean,
What is everyone else drinking?
there's some serious matchmaking going on right now.
I want champagne, but
I want to hear
think
more
I'll
about
just
this
take another
sister.
day. Thanks.
That ain't water. That's the real stuff.
I love that. Rania wants champagne.
See, Stapes,
Oh, Wenzelburger's
she
all in.
understands
Wenzelburger's
when
a
she
shove,
level
guys.
is.
This guy like
What in the world?
You can't.
And
Oh, Lord.
Nasreddine's
After
got
I also
queens.
lose aces, you cannot.
Oh my goddess.
It's time to go.
At least you're optimistic.
I call.
Oh, very much.
You don't
Very
say.
much optimistic.
Still got action behind.
Always so lucky.
You got gold, by the way.
Everybody call, and maybe I'm very lucky. And
Yeah.
I mean, there's the danger zone and there's
he
the
is-
I'm giving up zone. 10-8 in early position. This feels unnecessary, Maria.
you are shaking like.
Yeah, I would say that this is not normally a shove,
just queens.
but
Just queens?
sounds like he's ready to
Don't
take
worry.
his chances.
Not normally a shove is the meanest thing Maria's ever said about a
That's like the
play
worst
someone has
hand.
made. A final table bubble.
so, come on, Chip leader.
What's the best? 8 works
It's
for
an
you.
honor
I
to lose
mean,
against
but we've seen this
I'm
before,
not the chip
though.
leader.
Is it
He's
going to
the chip
come
leader.
Jack.
flop
Nine of
flush
diamonds?
draw
You could have
and
done
running
this
10?
yesterday. You remember the same hand? You had 2 queens, and I had the deuces.
No, I had ace king suited. Ace king of hearts.
Doesn't matter. Very good hand.
Wenzelburger's devil-may-care attitude's what got him this far.
I'm not gonna look.
Good point, well made. Okay, we have
See,
an 8 high
this is where it
flop.
begins.
We have 1
That's
diamond.
A little bit of this, a little bit of that.
That's
In this
way
level,
above.
yeah.
That's pretty much guarantees that you're going to hit the 8, like, on the river.
Oh, now you're
Okay, well that takes
far,
away
far,
the
far,
10 as an out, so
Yeah.
2 8s working for Wenzelburger.
I had 5.
Both
Yeah.
is betting.
You have to say nice hand. You have to say
I
nice
need
hand. Say
another
nice
8.
hand.
Oh, then I get a full house. No, not a full. Two.
Oh, shit. I just dropped a chip.
Done.
All right,
Oh boy, this is a disaster.
No 8 on the river, and we finally lose a player.
It was nice playing. Thank you.
Philip Wenzelburger eliminated in 9th.
Thank you. Good luck. Good luck.
I won.
It was a pleasure.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Good luck.
Well, we're doing the. Wait, what about me?
Oh, he's coming round, don't you worry.
Just
I mean, you got the chips.
Do I
Nice
get a
to meet
hug?
Thank you. Boris Angelov, second in chips at the table, ace king. Raises to 250K. 10-3 for Rania Nasreddine. That gets folded. Dirk Van Luijk is out. Pocket 7s.
8 million, right? 6.8. Okay, thank you.
Okay, these are not short stacks. They are second and third in chips.
Wow, Kanyich folds the 7s.
Yeah, I could see why he decides to find the fold there. I mean, firstly, he can definitely be up against all of the pairs that are bigger than 7s, and it's going to be a little bit hard to play. And also, what if somebody behind wakes up with a hand, and then, you know, you're not really able to call a 3-bet with 7s. So then you're just kind of putting in those calling chips without really knowing what you can do to stay around.
On earth?
Wow, and see, this is...
I thought he was considering a call. I didn't think he'd shove for 25 bigs here with Queen Jack.
Yeah, this is unexpected.
And gets called by Angelov. And having just chipped up in the last few hands, Jozef Cibicek is now at risk and behind.
This is so sick for both players because Cibicek, obviously, you know, this looks like a punt, but he can so easily run down ace king.
I think it's very good all-in.
Huh?
I think it's good all-in, Queen Jack.
Okay.
Yes, versus... It's 20 bigs, right?
Well, Angelov is a 2-1 favorite to eliminate Cibicek in 8th place. There was a queen in the window, but there's a king on the flop.
Huh?
Cibicek needs another queen or a jack to survive.
Angelov seems to be sweating this harder than Cibicek.
Additional outs now. Cibicek can hit a 10 as well as a jack or a queen on the river. 6 cards save him. The river card is a 7. And we lose Jozef Cibicek in 8th place, taking us down to 7 at the final table. He cashes for 119,000 euros. And Dirk Van Luijk and Jonathan Pastori, who had shorter stacks, have just laddered.
Don't leave him hanging.
I get 7s.
What?
Do any of you care to change your answer?
Yeah, good fold, I think. Okay, yeah, good luck. GG, win it.
The 7 is always coming.
Good game, bro. You played
Right.
great. Good game.
A little bit. That was a little bit bad. But on me,
Cibicek had really impressed Sam.
Biggest
balls in the tournament.
you think?
Yeah, yeah, 100%. Yeah.
No, sure.
You showed me the best bluff. I never. Yeah, literally yesterday. Oh, it was today.
And with
No, yesterday.
Cibicek cashing out in 8th place, Boris
really played
Angelov
well,
has
yeah.
retaken the chip lead.
Yeah.
He has close. In fact, he does have 10 million chips. I think it's the first time a player's had 10 million, right?
Absolutely.
84 bigs for Boris.